the wicked. Free them, all right, from that deceit and lies. All right. How do we free them from the deceit and the lies? All right. And all the madness that our people are in? The truth. All right. Yahushua in truth. Remember, it says the truth shall set you free, or shall make you free. All right. The truth. All right. You can't speak the truth unless the Most High give you the ability. All right, you can I always say you can read this until you're blue in the face. You can read the Bible a literal 1,000 times, and you never understand it unless the Most High God gives you that increase. Okay, unless the Most High God had preordained you to be part of His clergy, all right, to be able to teach it, or to be part of His laity, all right, which give you the ability to simply believe. All right. So rid them out of the hand of the wicked. Who is going to be in the ministry of ridding them out of the hand of the wicked? The clergy. All right. The group or body of ordained persons to preach this word, to teach this word. All right. That's how I go. Let's go to this Ephesians chapter 4. This is the book of Ephesians. You know what? Let me come over here. So this is Ephesians 4 and 1. It says, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. And he's only called 144,000 men, 12,000 from each tribe, all right, to be a part of the ministry, all right, to be a part of the Most High's clergy, again, who's independent of this world. We the Most High's clergy, is when it say, beseech you, I beseech you, therefore, that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. All right. Those that's called to this vocation to speak these words directly and correctly in truth. We didn't do it like they did of this world. All right. Go to some seminary school of this world. All right. Some theology school of this world. All right. Nah, it don't work like that. All right. So it says, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. All right. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get it. This is the definition. Oh, I'm sorry. The etymology of the word vocation is from the Greek G2821. Klesis, or klesis, a calling, calling to, a call, invitation, a divine invitation, an invite, all right, a calling, an invitation. Guess what? There are only 144,000 invitations to preach this word. All right, to be a preacher, a prophet, a teacher of the word of God in truth, to be part of the clergy of the Most High God. All right, you got to have an invitation from the Most High God. Okay, from the Most High God, you have to have an invitation. All right. And of course, it ain't no, little piece of paper or something. Oh, I got my invitation right here. No, it's a spiritual invitation, a spiritual invite. Now, check this out. In this world, they say anybody invited to be a teacher. All right. Anybody invited to be a preacher. You could just, matter of fact, if you got the money, you got the invite to be a part of this world's clergy. All right. You got the money. There's your invite. Matter of fact, I looked it up. And you can do it too. Pretty sure there'll be plenty different, answers to it. But, and this just in the USA right here, America, all right, that I looked up how many ordained, ministers are there, all right? And this is just in America alone. So it says the number of people employed as clergy has been growing at a rate of 6.41% from the 430,790 people in 2018 to 458,411 people in 2019. All right. So in America alone, by now, it's over 500,000, I'm sure. All right. Because that was back in 2019. So the ordained clergy of this world, okay, ordained, mind you, all right, but again, ordained by man, all right, by now it's over 500,000, and that's just in America alone. So if you want to talk about around the world, ordained by men, all right, that people listen to, they give them credence. They say, oh, my pastor, all right, oh, there go my priest, my pastor, all right. I'm pretty sure you can double that, over 100,000, all right. Right, so let's go back. Or matter of fact, I'm sorry, I said over 100,000. I meant 1 million. Over 1 million. All right. And according to the Bible, there's only 144,000. All right. And again, the 144,000, every single one is not on the earth right now. All right. So let's go back to this Ephesians. So it says, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. All right. In you all, that's in the clergy of the Most High God. And the clergy of the Most High God is only 144,000, as opposed to the 500,000 that's here in America alone. All right. And then I'll just say you can add another 500,000, all right, to that all over the world. It's much more than that, I'm sure. But let's just say 1 million. 1 million people that's calling themselves pastors, prophets, priests, all right, teachers of the Bible, all right? Over 1 million, all right? I'm pretty sure it's millions, okay? That's claiming to be teachers, right? But it's only one power, all right? One faith, one truth, all right? Verse, let me jump down. Verse 11, it says, and he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers, right? That's the clergy right there. All right. That's the clergy of the Most High God. All right. All men. All right. 144,000, 12,000 men from each tribe. All right. Verse 12. For the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Yahweh Shai. All right, it's for the perfecting of the saints. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is for perfecting us. All right, and the Most High God, he uses his clergy, his group of men, all right, that he speaks through. All right, who he is given an invitation to. Okay, and it's only 144,000, all right, invites to be a part of this ministry, all right, to be a part of, you know, the apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, teachers. All right, let's go to this is the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 14. Revelation chapter 14, and I'll start at the top. Verse 1. It says, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. All right, along with Yahweh Shai, but that's another lesson. It says, verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, as a voice of many waters, and as the voice of great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000. What's that song? The truth. All right. The true interpretation of this book right here in the words in them. The word of God. All right. The true one understanding, the true one breakdown of this Bible here. All right. In its totality. All right. He has given the understanding and the ability to teach to the 144,000. I am reading the Bible. All right. It says, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man, you hear? And no man could learn the song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. All right. And these again are just the men, all right, from 12,000 men from each tribe. That's the clergy of the Most High God. All right. To teach. All right. Now, the laity of the Most High God. All right. The body of believers. All right. That's going to believe on the prophets. Okay. Now, they're an innumerable multitude. Okay. Men, women, and children that's going to believe on the words of the 144,000 that it says no man could learn that song. No man could learn it and have the ability to teach it. The Most High is telling you, all right, that he said, I have spoken through the ministry of the prophets. He has spoken. What do the Most High God speak? The truth, the understanding of his word, all right? And he uses the ministry of the prophets. And it's letting you know right here, all right? The ministry of the prophets is 144,000. No man could learn that song but the 144,000, all right? Which were redeemed from the earth. Okay? I'll read verse 4. It says, these are they which were not defiled with women. All right. And that women is talking about philosophies. All right. We're not defiled with the philosophies. All right. Because we were cleansed by the word. OK. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins, pure. All right. How did they become pure? All right. By giving heed to this word, all right, and being purged, being purified and perfected. Remember the ministry of the saints, all right? It is for the perfecting of the saints, all right? So that's why the rest of our people were born in vain. If you're not being purified and perfected here on this earth, all right, then you were born in vain, because this is what this present evil world was for, all right, for the perfecting of the saints, all right? So we can rule in the eternal righteous kingdom to come, all right? So we can rule in righteousness for eternity, all right? Because we're going to be the perfect rulers to do so, because the Most High, he perfected us, okay? It says, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. For these are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb, the first fruits, all right, which is the 144, all right. Those that is the clergy of the Most High God, all right, the group, a body of members, all right, that knows this song and has the ability to articulate it, has the ability to propagate it, all right, has the ability to teach it, all right, to the people, the guides, all right, the guides, okay? And again, you're going to have some men that are not guides, all right, some men that are not preachers and teachers, all right, some men are just going to be believers, okay? Now, of course, all the women, they are believers. All right, those of our women who is ultimately going to believe, all right, they're not a part of this 144 that teaches, that's in the ministry. Okay, he uses his men to do that, because this is a war. All right, so let's go to this St. John 17. This is St. John 17. It says, St. John 17 and 14. It says, I have given them thy word. What's the word? That song. All right. That song we was talking about, where it says in Revelation 14 and 3, and they sung as it were a new song. Right. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000. All right. So St. John 17 and 14. I have given them thy word. Who? The 144. All right. The 12,000 from each tribe. All right. The 12,000 men from each tribe. All right. That is the clergy of the Most High God. Okay. I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them. All right. See, because all these religions and philosophies and doctrines of this world, we have the unpopular job to say y'all all wrong. And if y'all all continue in that, if you are Israelite and you continue in any of these doctrines of this world, you going into that ditch. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. All right. We have the unpopular job to rebuke and reprove and correct. All right. And when you do that to somebody who attachment and devotion and love is to their false doctrine, all right, then they ain't gonna like you. All right, they gonna hate you. Okay. Verse 15, it says, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so I have sent them into the world. All right. He sent them. That's why he said in this St. John chapter 13 and 20, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that receiveth whomsoever I send receiveth me. You see that? He just said that in this St. John 17 and 18. All right. As thou, Most High God, Yahweh, the Father, has sent me, Yahweh Shai, into the world, even so have I, Yahweh Shai, also sent them, the 144. All right. The clergy of the Most High God. All right. That's in the ministry to teach the word. All right. And that's why those that he sent into the world to teach the word, Yahweh Shai said in this St. John 13:20. Yeah, it's in red. Yahweh Shai said, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that receiveth whomsoever I send, receiveth me. And he that receiveth me, receiveth him that sent me. All right. So here it is. The Most High God, Yahweh, sent Yahweh Shai. Then Yahweh Shai sent the 144. All right. Because that's who the Most High gave him to send. He said, all mine are thine and thine are mine. All right. And I am glorified in them. All right. Yahweh Shai is glorified in the 144 because he's given them the word. He's given them the faith. He's given them the ability to propagate this word directly and correctly in truth. All right. And we do like Isaiah 51 and 8. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins. So we don't spare no feeling, what you think, none of that. We have to tell you the truth. All right. Whether the truth, the delivery is rough, whether it's gentle, whether it's loud, whether it's soft, however the delivery is, it's the truth. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And it's not of this world. We ain't of this world. We actually speaking of the downfall of this world. We're independent of this world. We ain't go to your schools or in your circles or got no papers talking about we got doctrine of divinity. No, none of that. We just got an invite from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, a calling. All right, this is our vocation. And it's independent of the world. The Most High God, he ain't using none of the wicked. He ain't using none of the worldly that's still of this world. Remember, he said, I have chosen you out of the world. So we ain't about this world. We don't want the money, cars, clothes, the whole success, fortune, fame, none of it. All right. We do have to still work, go make our money and we, feel like it says in the scriptures, with food and raiment, be there with content. I think that was King David said, give me neither poverty nor riches. All right. Give me enough that, hey, I just could, have a roof over my head, feed my family, have some clothes on. That's it. I'm good. Pay my bills. That's it. And we're going to struggle doing that. All right. But hey, we ain't about this world. We about this word in truth. We about the world to come. So we speaking of the downfall of this place. All right. And guess what? It's the Bible is letting you know that if you don't receive those who he sent, all right, then you actually don't receive Yahweh Shai in truth. If you don't receive Yahweh Shai in truth, you don't receive Yahweh. All right. If you don't receive Yahweh, you're going to be a part of the stubble for the fire. All right. So going back to this St. John 17 and 18. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. Neither pray I for these alone. So he said, I'm not just praying for the clergy. All right. I'm not just praying for the clergy. All right. But he's also praying for the laity. All right. Because it says, neither pray I for these alone. All right. That I sent into the world to have the ability to teach and to sing the song. And we just read that the only ones that have the ability to sing the song is the 144,000. All right. 12,000 men out of each tribe. All right. Again, some is in the spirit world right now. Some is on the earth right now, doing their job through the spirit. So it says, neither pray I for these alone, but for them also, which shall believe on me through their word. Through their word. All right. Because the 144 are the ones that's going to speak. The 144 is the ones that in Hosea 12 and 10, he said, I have spoken through the prophets. All right. Those that speak the words of truth, all right, those are the ones that he said in Jeremiah 3:15. I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which will feed you with knowledge and understanding. All right. And we didn't get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding via, this world and the way that the world, ordains and makes up their clergy. All right. Remember, their clergy is over, 500,000 here in America alone. All right. And it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure. But even in the world, you talking over 1 million, maybe several. All right. That's the clergy of this world that man ordained. See, but the ones that the Most High ordained, the one where our Lord and Savior said, you must receive them to receive me, to receive the Most High God, Yahweh. All right, this is how it go. I'm reading the Bible, whether you believe it or not. So let's continue on. Was I finishing at Ephesians? Let me just make sure. Yeah. Right. So one of my favorite scriptures, got a bunch of favorites. It's okay. 1 Corinthians. That's why it says this, 1 Corinthians 2:5, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men. Your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men and the clergy of this world, where they got over 500,000 alone in the USA. All right, your faith should not be in them and what the words that they're speaking. They're speaking a false doctrine. All right, they're speaking a misinterpretation of the Bible. All right, your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. You see, in the power of God, he works independent from this world. He don't need none of the wicked. He gave the world into the wicked. All right. So he hasn't given this word and truth to none of the wicked. All right. And those of our people that still of this world, he ain't gave it to them neither. All right. Because remember, he said he chosen his men out of the world. And we follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. All right. Remember, he's not of this world. So we not of this world. All right. He made his body a living sacrifice. So we make our body a living sacrifice. All right. He wasn't trying to be crowned and get the glory in this present world life. Nah, he was going to wait. All right. So guess what? We going to wait. All right. We going to wait. We follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. See, those that's of this world, they just that, of this world. Worldly. All right. They want the fame. They want the money. All right. They want the power. They want the glory. All right. So it says that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. And it's the power of God that he's making up his own clergy separate from this world. His own laity that's going to believe on him through the words of his clergy. All right. All right. And again, his clergy and laity is independent from the world and its, clergy and laity. Okay. Let's keep going. All right. That's why King David, man, he said this in the spirit. All right. In Psalms chapter 9, verse 19. It says, arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. All right. Let not man prevail. Because right now, all right, man is prevailing in his ways. All right. It's prevailing. That's why we got to live in hell. All right. This is hell right here. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. All right. We'll go to this Acts 5. This is the book of Acts. Acts chapter 5. I'm going to go straight to the point. In 38. It says, and now I say,